garden of sin, lonely, drunk, empty within. I was nothing, nothing without you. Promises are not something I keep. Losing jobs is part of my mystique. I'd be nothing, nothing without you. And you still always love me the same way, you beautiful fool. Some might say the sun must follow the rain. Some might say the brightest colors fade. Every fade away. Lay your head on the shoulder of mine. I think I'd love my surely be blind. I'd be nothing, nothing without you. And you still always love me the same way, you beautiful fool. Some might say the sun must follow rain. Some might say the brightest colors fade. Loving somebody like me just isn't easy now. Hoping one day I will change, just isn't easy now. I was lost in the garden of sin, lonely, drunk, empty within. I was nothing, nothing without you. And you still always love me the same way, you beautiful fool. Oh, you still always love me the same way, you beautiful fool. Thank you very much. We're called Keywest. Thank you so much for stopping to listen to us. That was our first song. It's called Beautiful Fool. It is a song from this album right here. Long story short, we are just two members of a five-piece band called Keywest. We've had 3 #1 albums here in Ireland, a platinum album and 5 #1 singles. We've also had tens of millions of streams, but we got fed up being ripped off by the industry, so we decided in 2022, when we finally had the opportunity to decide, because it wasn't a case of us being able to decide, we had finished our deal and we decided to leave because we were fed up being ripped off. So I'll explain a little bit more about what we're doing and why we're doing it as we progress. In the meantime, we're going to play a song for you now called All My Mistakes. This is a song about getting into a relationship that I knew was doomed to fail because she was too good looking. That's a true story. It's called All My Mistakes, and I'll tell you a little bit more about us after this. Before we start this song, guys, can I ask you to come in closer to where our red line is? We have a license to play here, and if an inspector passes us and we don't control the space that we're occupying with our audience, we get fined. So if you could just come in a little bit closer to where the red line is. This song is called All My Mistakes. extra whiskey, sharing a glass with ice. She's a heartbreaker and she'll break your heart up nice. She's the great unknown, the kind you should leave alone. But I've had regrets much more than a few. It all ends the same way with deja vu. But of all my mistakes, you're still my favorite one. And I saw it coming way down the line. I knew in the end you would never be mine. But of all my mistakes, oh, you'll be my favorite. La 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 la. Oh, you'll be my favorite. La 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 la. Before you know it, you've been demoted down to friend. You're just an uninvited guest who stays until the very end. You're like a perfect storm, and I'm sinking like a stone. But I've had regrets much more than a few. It all ends the same way with deja vu. But of all my mistakes, you're still my favorite one. Oh, yeah. And I saw it coming way down the line. I knew in the end you would never be mine. But of all my mistakes, oh, you'll be my favorite. La 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 la. Oh, you'll be my favorite. La 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 la. Oh, you'll be my favorite one. Thank you very much. So as I said, we're called Keywest, guys. If you'll allow me a moment to tell you a little bit about us. This guy's name is Glover, my name is Cav, and we go by those names because we're both Andrew, so we've always called each other by our surnames. We've been friends since we were 6 years old, and we started playing on the street at 14. We went to Los Angeles when we were 18. We ended up working with a producer called Mark Needham, who produced the Mr. Brightside album for The Killers, Rumours for Fleetwood Mac, Wicked Game for Chris Isaak, and Radioactive for Imagine Dragons. That led to us signing a deal, and since then we've had 3 #1 albums in Ireland, a platinum album, 5 #1 singles, 3 nominations in the Irish Music Awards. We've had tens of millions of streams. We've had songs and movies and TV shows. We've sold out tours around the world, and we've been on tours with other people, including Bastille, Bryan Adams, 30 Seconds to Mars, and a bunch of others. Now, that all sounds amazing. So why are we back on the street? Well, we were broke. We never made any money. And when they asked us if we wanted to keep on going, we said enough is enough. We'd spent a lot of time, over a decade of our lives, to make money for people we never met. And they were also getting involved in the music and changing how things, so sometimes with some of their influence, we were unhappy with some of the results. So we eventually said we wanted to reclaim our lives, reclaim our future, reclaim our music. We are just 2 members of the band. There are 5 people in the band. We don't bring them onto the street with us because we can only play for 1 hour. We've played 2 songs so far, it's 20 minutes past. All of our equipment is on wheels and plugged in so that we can move around very quickly and efficiently and operate inside the rules in Dublin City. So we have decided to come out and try and rebuild our fan base the old-fashioned way. Our brand new album is called Anything But Normal. It's not available on Spotify. And the reason for that is record labels take 80%, publishers take 50%, management takes 20%, Spotify pays $4 for 100,000 streams. There is no value in the industry anymore. Things have changed drastically. There's documentaries about it now. And yesterday was an event called No Music Friday, which is where a lot of artists around the world stopped releasing their music in protest of how the artists have been treated over the years by labels. So things are changing dramatically, and we just said we don't care about fame and fortune. What we care about is writing music and performing. So we're people powered now. We advertise our music on the streets, we work very hard, and we build our fan base the old-fashioned way, 1 person at a time. Anything we earn goes into getting deals and try to record the next song. So have a listen to a couple of songs, see what you think. If you like what we're doing and you'd like to support us, please consider taking our music with you. Very important detail, our new album, as I said, is not on Spotify, but when you buy us on the street as a CD, I know most of you don't have a CD player, behind the CD there's a password printed right here. This will let you download the album from our website to your phone, to any device. Now, when it's downloaded onto your phone, you can play it on Spotify. You just need to download it onto your phone first, and then all you need to do is use it. There's a button in Spotify in the settings that will let you read the album, and it just goes into your Spotify then. So it's our way of working around, not making any money. So if you'd like to support us, please listen to one or two songs. If you decide you want to take away the music, it is only 20 for all three of the albums together. The bag is totally free with the three albums. That's 3 albums and a souvenir bag. This says the best buskers in the world are made on Grafton Street, Ireland. So instead of going into a shop and getting something that just says Dublin, Trinity, Guinness, Ireland, or Temple Bar on it, you can get something that's a little bit more interesting and unique. So have a listen, see what you think. We're going to do our best to give you a representation of the song with just the two of us. But please remember, we are just 2 members of the band. We don't have our drummer with us today, who actually sings like an angel. So not having him is a big deal. We are missing our electric guitar player, who looks like an angel. And we're missing our bass player, who plays the bass so very beautifully that sometimes at shows, babies are born. And I'm not talking about by women who were pregnant when they came in. He just starts playing, and then for some reason, immaculate conception. So thanks so much for your time. Thanks for listening to us. This next song is called The Little Things. It's kind of about everything I just said. It's on this album right here. It's about the realization that the big things, the grandiose ideas don't matter in the end. The simple things are the things you need in your life. The simple things like a lasting relationship, your family, your home. These are the things that you need, the things that will get you by. Fame and fortune, not so important. These other things, wealth, material things, not so important. The little things are more important in the end, and people all come to that realization. And that's kind of what this song is about. If you like what we're doing and you want to take away the music, this is Ryu. He's helping us out today. So you can just pop over to him in between the songs or during the songs, and we will sign them for you as well. He also has a card machine, so if you don't have cash, what's interesting is Ryu is helping us today. He normally just does our social media, but there's a guy on our social media today who used to work with us years ago when we were with the record labels. He used to travel around the world with us, and today he's in town, and he said, for old time's sake, can I do the social media? And we said, perfect. So then we said to Ryu, you might as well help us with CDs. So this makes things a little easier for us. This is called The Little Things. Thank you so much again for your time, and hope you enjoy it.
You'll make me cry. Sitting here crying.
Do you miss it?
Oh yeah, I do.
I will understand. I will always be right here to hold your hand. And when it's darkest, when you're all alone, I will be that shining light to guide you home. 'Cause it's the little things, I swear. The way you sing when you dry your hair, it's the little things we share. Oh, the way you hold my hand after all these years, you make me laugh when I'm close to tears. We stay up late drinking cheap red wine, like it's our first date. We'll just talk all night about the little things. When you're older, when your bones feel weak, I will sing to you until you fall asleep. And when it's colder, when it gets hard to move, I will dance with you right there. on that. I tell you all my fears, and you just say, we'll play it all by ear. We'll be okay. We're so much stronger than all of this. We'll build our lives up brick by brick, up on the little things. Up on the little when you're crying, I will understand, and I will always be right here to hold your hand. 'Cause it's the little things I've seen. You're so much kinder than I'll ever be. It's the little things for me. Oh, the way you hold my hand after all these years. You make me feel alive when I'm close to tears. We stay up late drinking cheap red wine, like it's our first date. We'll just talk all night. I tell you all my fears, and you just say, we'll play it all by ear. We'll be okay. We're so much stronger than all of this. We'll build our lives up brick by brick upon the little things.
Thank you very much, thank you. First of all, if anybody wants to get their album signed or anything like that, come over to us in between the songs. We can do that. Even if I'm talking, I can talk to you while I'm signing, no problem at all. For those who just arrived along, we're called Keywest. We are just two members of the band. We are an original band, and if you are interested in supporting us, have a listen to one or two songs and see what you think. We get one chance to win you over, and hopefully we might be able to do that today. This next song is our brand new single. It's a song called Dream Stealers. And how you doing? Yeah, come on over. Wonderful. So, as I said, to tell you a little bit about us, we are just two members of a five-piece band called Keywest, and the summary is we've had 3 #1 albums here in Ireland. We've had a platinum album, 5 #1 singles. We got fed up being ripped off, so after we completed our obligation to the record label for 3 albums, we left. We're now completely independent. We're people powered. We busk on the streets. We sell our music directly to people. We use that money to record more music, to go on tour, and we connect with people in the real world the old-fashioned way. We're fed up with the whole system. It's a lot worse than you think. There's a good reason why nearly all new artists are solo artists and not bands, and we just needed to find a way to basically just grow and build and make a living along the way. Because our only 2 options were we could either come back to the street and do this, play our music and try and build a fan base, or become a corporate band / wedding band, like many of our friends did. The problem with doing that is it means no more singing our songs. We have to sing somebody else's for the rest of our lives. So we hope you'll have a listen to a couple of our songs and see what you think. This one's called Dream Stealers. It's our brand new single. It's about the labels and how they take advantage of so many young people with aspirations and dreams, but it's more than that. It's about so many things. It's about the housing crisis, it's about governments, it's about banks. It's about how the working class will always pay for the mistakes of the elite, and that money always flows uphill. And if you don't mind, guys, we're not allowed to block the space. Can I ask you to come into our red line, because they have inspectors, and if we're blocking the area, we get fined. This one's called Dream Stealers. I hope you enjoy it. And as I said before, our brand new album is called Anything But Normal. It's not available on Spotify. It'll never be on Spotify. We've got a new album coming out as well towards the end of the year. That won't be on Spotify either. We don't really care about the visibility of it. What we care about is sustainability. So it's a simple concept. When you buy the album off us on the street, there is a password on it that behind the CD here. And that will let you download the album from our website to your phone. Now you can download it to any device, and the password will never expire, so every time you change your device, or if you've got friends or family that you think would enjoy the album, they can use the password as well, download the album. And once it's on your phone, downloaded, you can actually play it in Spotify then. So you can still have it in your Spotify, you just have to kind of download it from us first. And that's how it works. So have a listen, see what you think. If you decide you want to take away the music, it is only $20 for all 3 of our albums together in a bundle deal. They also include this souvenir bag, which is a tote bag that says the best buskers in the world are made on Grafton Street, Ireland, with Love Keywest. We think it's an interesting bag, considering everything else in the city just says Dublin, Trinity, Guinness, Temple Bar, or Ireland on it. And they're all just mass-produced products, probably made in a factory by children somewhere.
Jesus.
However, this bag is made right here, in Poland. So if anybody's, so you know it's a good, strong bag. Rubbed across the Blarney Stone. Just sort of saves you that trip. You just kiss the bag instead. This is called Dream Stealers.
It works.
When I was a boy, maybe 10 years old, my father sat me down and this is what he told me: son, you only get what you give in this life. So keep your head in the books and out of the clouds. Old-fashioned work, never let anyone down. A good man always stands up if something ain't right. But now I got debt up to my eyeballs, and I can't afford a house. I feel out of place, the world has changed since my father sat me down. And I feel lost, I feel hopeless. I had plans, I had dreams, but they've been stolen. So what's the cost of this so-called progress? 'Cause it seems to me you let families go homeless. You're just dream stealers up on Capitol Hill. Dream stealers.
Can I ask everybody to just let this police car go by? So you can step inside the red line or you can step backwards. But either way, so if you're inside the red line, you're perfectly safe. And if you're behind the bollards, you're perfectly safe. Lovely. Thank you very much. Verse 2.
Well, I break my back for the man each day, do a maximum work and get a minimum wage. 'Cause the poor man's cash only flows uphill. And I drink whiskey to numb my brain, I take pills to fall asleep. It's the same old shit on a different day, about 7 days a week. And I feel lost. I had plans, I had dreams, they've been stolen. So what's the cost of this so-called progress? 'Cause it seems to me you let families go homeless. You're just dream stealers up on Capitol Hill. Dream stealers. You're just dream stealers up on Capitol Hill. Dream stealers.
Thank Thank you very much. Thank you. Again, we're called Keywest, guys. Thank you so much for stopping to listen to us. While I'm introducing the next song, if anybody wants to take away our music, this is Glover. He can also help you out, or Ryu on the other side. It is only 20 for all three of the albums together. If you don't have a CD player, remember every single one of our albums has a password on it so that you can download it as well directly to your phone. And once it's downloaded, you can actually use your Spotify, but it's not on Spotify, so this is the only way you can get it. So have a listen to one or two songs, see what you think. Please remember, we're not a store that you can go back and find. We get about 1,000 messages a week from people because we perform 9 or 10 times in the weekend, or over the course of a few days in different places around the city. And we get about 1,000 messages from people who go home, they start listening to our music. Either they realise they already know a song or two and they didn't know who sang it, or they start listening to some music or following us later. And the message always says the same thing: I saw you guys last week and I wish I got an album. And so do I. So I'm going to say everything I can to try and win you over today, because the chances of us ever crossing paths again are very slim. You'd have to walk down whatever street we're on, at whatever hour we're playing, on whatever day that is, whatever week that is, whatever city that is, whatever country that city's in, with no rain at some point in the future. And all of those things are very unlikely to line up all for that one perfect pass by in the future. So have a listen, see what you think. And if you do want to take away the albums, it is only 20 for all three of the albums, plus the bag is totally free with the 3 albums. Now, as I said, at least you know exactly where your money's going. You're getting 3 albums in a bag for 20 in a city where it costs you €20 for 3 large coffees in Starbucks. That's a fact. It'll cost you €20 for 2 pints in any pub. It'll cost you €20 for 2 ice cream cookies around the corner in Murphy's. And it will cost you €35 for 2 vodka Red Bull in Temple Bar. I know that because I spent it yesterday. So, this next song is a song called Soldier On. No, you don't want Soldier On? What do you want?
You know what I want.
What do you want?
You know what I want.
No, you're not getting that again.
No, I want Gypsy Rose, but
Gypsy Rose.
so does 174,000 people.
We'll do Soldier On.
That'll do.
This is called Soldier On. It was a song that we wrote during our first album. So if you just arrived along, guys, we're just 2 members of a band called Keywest. We've had 3 number 1 albums in Ireland, a platinum album, and 5 number 1 singles. We've had tens of millions of streams across the different platforms. We've had number 1 songs everywhere, songs on the radio, we've had songs on TV shows, movies, and despite all that success, all we really did was spend 10 years making money for people we never met. And we made no money because the record labels have done a fairly good job of ripping off artists for a very long time. It's worse than you think. Labels take 80% of what you make, publishers take 50%, management takes 20%, Spotify pays $4 for 100,000 streams. There are very few new bands surviving anymore, only solo artists. Solo artists bouncing off social media for a very short period of time, cycling on and off. It's a difficult world in the music, and it's full of smoke and mirrors, so it looks like you're having a great time, but most of the time you can't even save for a house. And that's kind of what we got fed up with. This song is called Soldier On, and it's about more or less all of that.
I have a better request. Electric Love.
Could do.
Oh yeah.
If you want to take away the music, this is Ryu. He'll be available in between the songs. He has a card machine there as well. And again, to remind you, it is only 20 for all 3 of the albums, plus the bag, which is a souvenir bag, tote bag that says the best buskers in the world are made on Grafton Street. A tribute to all the wonderful musicians who play on this street, have done in the past and will do in the future. One of the best things about Dublin is the music on this street. Always has been. And I hope you enjoyed it. But even when he's right, he's wrong. This lonely girl, you know, she cries and cries and cries. He just sings another song. 'Cause even in the land where dreams are made, mine are almost over. Well, this lonely life, it cuts like a razor blade.
like winter only colder. Even when you're half away to heaven, you're only half away through hell. Walking on a path away together, throwing pennies in the wishing well. Nothing to do but soldier on. Found me in my room, drying up my tears. I still remember what she told me. She said, son, you gotta live with yourself through the years, so there ain't much sense of being lonely. And people say that love is a game for fools, but nobody can win. So I'd rather wake up with you lying on my chest than wake up on my own again. Even when you're half away to heaven, you're only half away through hell. Walking on a path away together, throwing pennies in a wishing well. Oh, even when you're half away to heaven, you're only half away through hell. Walking on a path away together, throwing pennies in a wishing well. Nothing to do but soldier on. Oh, even when you're half away to heaven, you're only half away to hell. Walking on a path away together, just throwing pennies in the wishing well. Nothing to do but soldier on. 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 Oh, just soldier on.
Thank you very much. We just have 2 songs left now for the day, guys. Thank you so much for stopping to listen to us. This one's called The Things I Wish I'd Done. It's a bit of conversation I had with an old man when I was 15 years old. So to tell you a little bit more about us, this guy's name is Glover, my name is Cav. And we go by those names because we're both Andrew. We've been friends since we were 6 years old. We started playing on the street when we were 14 and we went to Los Angeles when we were 18. We are a 5-piece band called Keywest. We met the first 2 guys in LA, we met the final member of the band in Keywest in Florida, and we went back to LA and started busking on the street. We ended up working with a producer called Mark Needham, who produced the Mr. Brightside album for The Killers, Radioactive for Imagine Dragons, Rumours for Fleetwood Mac, and that led to us signing a deal in Los Angeles. Since then, we've had 3 #1 albums, a platinum album, 5 #1 singles. We've been nominated 3 times in the Irish Music Awards. We've had tens of millions of streams on all the various different streaming platforms. We've had #1 songs around the world as well, on the radio, on TV shows and movies. And we sold out tours. Now, despite those successes, like I said, we never made any money. And after a long period of time, we decided that we weren't going to believe another word out of the mouths of the various different labels. So we weren't going to sign back in. We were going to just go backwards to go forwards. We were going to return to playing on the streets and ask people to buy the music from us and build a fan base the old-fashioned way. It's a wonderful kind of method. It's our lives are much better now. They're much simpler. We get to play music, we get to advertise our music, we get to go on tour, and we get to go home in the evening. We're home for normal things like building lasting relationships. We were away for funerals and stuff when we should have been home in the past, but now we have control of our lives again, and that's more important. So we hope you'll have a listen to 1 or 2 songs and see what you think. If you'd like to support us, please consider taking away our music, because we get 1 chance to give it to you, and you get 1 chance to take it. So it's that simple. So have a listen. Also, I should mention, when you buy the music off us on the street, there is a password inside each album that lets you download it onto your phone. Once you download it onto your phone, you can actually play it in Spotify then, but it's not available on Spotify any other way. More importantly, when you're downloading the album, you'll be asked if you want to tell us what city you live in. If you tell us what city you're in, we can email you when we're playing a show in your town. We have a very extensive tour next year, starting at the very start of the year. We're going to play in Paris on Valentine's Day. We're in Belgium the next day. We'll be in Amsterdam, Hanover in Germany, Stuttgart, Munich, Cologne, Berlin. We'll be in Oslo, Copenhagen. Then we're going to be playing all across the UK, 2 shows in Scotland, a show in Wales, 15 shows in England, and then back home to Ireland to do a bunch of shows around Ireland. So it's a fairly substantial tour, and it's kind of built through just hard work on the streets, through building up this connecting mailing list with people who like what we do. It's an internal thing. We cut out all the middlemen. The hardest part is getting you to make the first decision of taking the music away, because that is our one and only opportunity to do so. And we hope that you might. And we hope you see the value in getting 3 albums in a bag for 20 in a city where you'll be ripped off everywhere. Everywhere you go. Like 2 pints is 20 quid and they're gone in seconds. And all we're really doing is funding people who rip us all off. And that's it. So we hope you might say, do you know what, I'm going to give these guys a chance. We think you'll be happy with taking the music home. After all, you are standing right now in the cold, listening to 2 out of 5 people playing an acoustic version of a song that you never heard before, and you're still here. So we think when you get to listen to the music fully recorded with the whole band, you'll really enjoy it. Thank you so much for your time. Thanks for listening to us. And again, just to reiterate this point, it is only 20 for all 3 of the albums together. We will, of course, sign them for you if you want to get them signed. And we have the bags totally free with the 3 albums. This is Ryu. He has a card machine if you don't have cash, and he's available to help you during the songs. He's opted to help us today with this. Normally we would just do it ourselves, but he's here, so it makes things a bit easier. This song is called The Things I Wish I'd Done. When I was 15 years old, I worked in Clark's shoe shop in the stockroom. There was a midterm. I was working for the whole week. I came in on a Monday morning, very busy bus, and I gave my seat to an old man, and he started talking to me about life. Being 15, I didn't really soak much of that in. But fast forward into the future, and I saw a little boy give his seat to an old man in a pub about 6 months ago, and that reminded me of that conversation. I told him about it, and he suggested we write this song, so we did. It's called The Things I Wish I'd Done. And if you don't mind, guys, can I get everybody to come into this red line here, because we aren't allowed to block the area like this. We have to maintain a small space, or we get issued with a fine if any inspectors go by. So if you could just come into where the red line is. Thank you. This is called The Things I Wish I'd Done. And after this song, if you do want to get the CD signed, come on over to us. Rhea will be able to help you in the middle of the song, or if you want to wait till after the song, you can also chat with Glover. Thanks again for listening. This is called The Things I Wish I'd Done. On a Monday morning, on the Dublin bus into town, that I offered up my seat to an old man so he could sit down. He smiled and said, they don't make them like they used to, and there's no respect among the youth for the older generation. It's a sad, sad revelation what the world is coming to. So don't go wasting precious time, and heed these words of mine. Life goes by in the blink of an eye, and you're older, and it's over. Time will fly like a bird in the sky, so be bolder, 'cause your time is much sweeter than honey. More precious than gold, it's worth more than money. So don't wait until you're old, if there's wasted on the young. Sing the songs I wish I'd sung, do the things I wish I'd done. Well, he told me of his childhood, his triumphs and his failures on the way, his deep and boundless sorrow at the passing of his dearest wife, Sinead. Then he smiled and said, find someone who makes you laugh, and live each moment like your last. Say I love you every night, say I'm sorry when you fight, and leave your anger in the past. And don't go wasting precious time. Heed these words of mine. Life goes by in the blink of an eye, and you're older, and it's over. Time will fly like a bird in the sky, so be bolder, 'cause your
time is much sweeter than honey, more precious than gold. It's worth more than money, so don't wait until you're old. Youth is wasted on the young. Sing the songs I wish I'd sung, do the things I wish I'd done. He pressed the bell and said farewell, rose up from his seat, and then he said, go on and live your life, my lad. I hope that my advice will serve you well. Life goes by in the blink of an eye, and you're older, and it's over. Time will fly like a bird in the sky, so be bolder, 'cause your time is much sweeter than honey, more precious than gold. It's worth more than money, so don't wait until you're old. Youth is wasted on the young. Sing the songs I wish I'd sung, and do the things I wish I'd done.
Thank you very much. This is our final song now today, guys. This is a song called Stop the World. It's about how mental the world has gotten. Because this is our final song, if you'll allow me a moment to tell you a little bit about us. So, as I said before, just to summarise, we're two members of a five-piece band called Keywest. We've had 3 number 1 albums in Ireland, a platinum album and 5 number 1 singles, as well as songs and movies and TV shows around the world. Thanks very much for all of your help. And we have a very interesting visitor today. We've got the guy doing our social media today is a guy that used to work with us quite a long time ago, a guy called Jamie, and he's opted for helping us with social media.
Wasn't that long ago?
It was a long time ago, Jamie, to be fair. So this is our final song now. This is called Stop the World, and we do appreciate your time. And again, if you don't mind, see where this red line is here. If you can just step in a little bit closer to us for this final line. Then we're going to hand you over to Brown Eyed Sisters, who'll be up after us. They're going to be setting up just nearby. Thanks again for your time. Thanks for listening to us. This one is called Stop the World, and it's kind of about social media. It's about how mental the world has gotten over the years. In my opinion, one of the things about social media that's kind of bad is it's turned us all into narcissists a bit. You know, we have concentration issues, anxiety issues, depression issues. It used to be about connecting people, but now it's really just about putting up something and boasting about your life that maybe you live, maybe you don't, and hoping that loads of people you don't even know press the heart button on it to give you some sort of validation. Now, I say all of these things while I've got phones pointed at me, so I understand the hypocrisy of having 3 phones pointing at me. That is like a little bit, what's the word? It's not hypocritical. Hypocritical. Yeah, there's a hypocrisy to what I'm saying. I understand that. This song is called Stop the World. I'll play it now just in a moment for you once Glover is done.
Greetings from Germany.
Oh, I will sign it for you, of course. By the way, guys, we are going on tour next year, and we'll be all over the place. Somebody says hello from Germany. Wonderful. Any part of Germany?
No, just Germany. Greetings from and Florida, USA as well.
France, yeah. We'll be in Paris on Valentine's Day next year.
See you there.
Yeah, thank you. How you doing? Thank you so much.
Greetings from Ballyfermot.
Perfect. Greetings from Ballyfermot. Exotic. Dubai? Oh, you managed to avoid the floods? Yeah. Do you swim here?
You know that song, Wet, Wet, Wet? And from Texas. Greetings from Texas.
Greetings from Texas. Lovely. Got people from Texas, Florida, France.
Ballyfermot.
Ballyfermot. How you doing? Good, thank you.
Ballyfermot matters.
There you go. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Canada over here. Northern Canada,
You're from Canada?
Northern Canada.
Northern Canada. I mean, it's pretty cold up there, right?
It's pretty cold here.
All right.
Shropshire.
This is our last song. It's called Stop the World. Like I said, it's kind of about just the impact social media has had on us all, whether we want to admit it or not. Social media is really not that old, and that's the interesting thing. There's a lot of young people 18 to 20, social media's been in their lives for nearly all their lives, so it's kind of got this, for them, it's there forever. And for me, it's been there a wet weekend. And we don't know what's going to happen next because it's changed so drastically. I mean, Facebook, iPhones only came out in 2010.
What?
2010. I remember, they were terrible.
Alabama, Perth,
Alabama, Perth, beautiful.
Shropshire.
Shropshire.
Exotic.
This is called Stop the World.
Is it just me, or does it seem like the whole world's going crazy? Is free speech, hate speech, or can we agree to disagree? Overnight, price hikes, people will do anything for likes. The world's on fire and we still debate climate change. So stop the world and drop me off somewhere kids don't die in schools and the rich don't own the news. Oh, stop the world and clock me out. We sold our soul for narcissism to become slaves to an algorithm. Telling jokes is how I cope with being broke and getting older. Drinking beer to drown my fear, to take the weight of the world off my shoulders. See the rich get richer and the poor divide. Black and white, left and right, keeps the main issues out of sight and out of mind. So stop the world and drop me off somewhere kids don't die in schools and the rich don't own the news. Oh, stop the world and clock me out. We sold our soul for narcissism to become slaves to an algorithm. And I have never been a man of faith, but lately I've been praying. Maybe I just haven't got the brains to heal what these folks are saying. Self-diagnosed society, everyone's got ADHD. It's a symptom of technology. So stop the world and drop me off somewhere kids don't die in school and the world's not run by fools. So stop the world and drop me out. We sold our souls for pennies on the dollar and the devil stood amused because the currency he used was views. We'll do anything for views. Ooh.
Thank you very much. That's us finished for the day, guys. Thank you so very much for stopping to listen to us. If you'd like to support us, if you'd like to see us continue to write music and make music, please consider taking away our albums with you, because this is how we grow. We're not interested